Welcome to Menlo Unscripted. My name's Andy, and I'm on staff here at Menlo Church, and we're so glad you joined in. Every single week, we are uploading and sending out questions and answering questions that are in our church. And so if you have any questions, make sure you go to our website, send us an email or call us or text us at info@menlo.church. And so this week's question is directed at Mark Swarner, pastor at Mountain View campus. And the question is this: who are all these communicators who are speaking on the weekend services? We don't know who they are. Do you know who they are, Mark?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know
I
either.
just tune in on Sunday. I've never, no, that's, but I know for some of our congregants that is, they're thinking, okay, who's Cheryl? Like, she's a wonderful, wonderful teacher. Who is this person? And so we just want to let everybody know that, after 17 years, we're used to John Ortberg, who is a fabulous, unparalleled communicator. And now that he has left Menlo Church, we're leaning into our staff, and we have a number of staff who are gifted teachers and
so all these
preachers.
People are on staff who are speaking.
I think occasionally we may have a guest speaker, but these are all folks on our staff. Cheryl, who's taught a couple of times, is relatively new. She came on shortly before we all went into shelter in place, and
it was hard to get to
as
know
did
everybody.
You.
Me too. I'm new.
Yeah.
And then COVID hit.
Who are you anyway? Who's this Andy guy?
I'm so new still, but I am missing meeting people.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden we're COVID. And so Cheryl's hard to get. We haven't had a chance to get to know her.
Exactly. So we've got Cheryl, you've taught. Scott Palmbush, who's our campus pastor in Saratoga, is one of the preachers that's in the lineup. Matt Stefan, who's campus pastor in San Mateo, has from time to time, as has Eugene Lee. So some of the faces will be familiar to everybody, some less so, but they're all folks on our staff that we want to have an opportunity to share with everyone the Word of God and how that applies to us.
So we're missing John a lot because absolutely incredible, world-renowned, great communicator and book writer, but during this time, we're leaning into our staff.
Yeah.
So now and then we're seeing the new staff, other staff that you may have known, but also we may bring in an outside speaker during this time.
Sure.
So how long will this last?
Well, this will last. That's the million-dollar question right now. Hopefully, before too long, we'll have a transitional pastor who will come on board. That person will be part of the teaching rotation, but because that transitional pastor has other roles in bringing about healing and helping us to figure out a future vision and preparing the way for a long-term senior pastor, they may not be the primary communicator, but they'll be part of it. So there could be a fairly long season of different voices, and I know we're going to work to identify some outside speakers who are top caliber who can come in and on special occasions as well. It'll really change when we have a new senior pastor, and that could be 12 months, 18 months. We don't really know because it depends on finding the right person more than putting an artificial deadline on it.
But I think what we can promise, great worship, unbelievable music, a great experience that's digital, and we believe great biblical content that's going to be helpful. You're going to enjoy it, and you can continue the conversation during the week in your life group.
Absolutely.
So we want to encourage you to join a life group, and that's where growth happens when you have a chance to discuss it. So whoever is speaking on the weekend, they're going to be great, and the content's going to be unbelievable and helpful and applicable. And make sure you have that discussion in your life group. So thank you for joining us. Hopefully that helped answer your question. Keep sending your questions in to Menlo Unscripted. Take care.